Okay, I have a great idea. At this point, I'm just playing video games, right? There's not that much interaction that can happen when I'm just playing Mario and you guys are just talking and I can't even look at it, right? You're on this monitor over here and the game's over here. So I have this great idea. We're gonna tell a story together. Whoever donates next, you have to start off a story. Let's do fantasy, okay? Like Lord of the Rings style world, okay? And then every subsequent donation, you have to build off the previous person's story. Okay, there we go. We started with something beautiful and now the next person has to continue it.
The end.
It's the worst story I've ever heard, dude. We're canceling that one. That doesn't count towards the story. That's not lore. That was a fanfic.
Gandalf.
Gotta use your words, man. All right. So far, the story is once upon a time Gandalf. All right. And while that's going on, I'm gonna keep playing Mario.
There was a cat that doubted.
Okay. I like where this is going.
A knight was there too.
Okay. So we have a cat who doubted and a knight.
There was a man with too much time on his hands. His name was Jake.
Okay, so we've got a cat, Gandalf, and a man with too much time on his hands.
And then extorted his audience for money.
Wait, Gandalf did or Jake did? I'm not extorting anybody. All I'm saying is, like, if people are gonna donate anyway, let's build a story. The cat did it. Did what? We don't know what happens next.
There was a beautiful mushroom who was a prostitute.
Wait, is that related to Jake and Gandalf and the cat? All right, somebody build off that.
And then his wife divorced him and he spent all of his money believing.
Divorce the mushroom? At this level.
Cat.
This is the worst story I've ever heard. I'm divorced, so I relate to this. Who was erect? Be specific. Build off of the previous characters.
There once was a puppy, and then it died. Then all these tentacles started doing weird stuff to the high school girl.
No. Strike that from the story. That doesn't count.
Then the IRS called.
The IRS is not part of our fantasy story. Somebody summarize the story so far. Once upon a time, Gandalf, there was a cat who doubted, a knight was there too, there was a man with too much time on his hands, his name was Jake, and then extorted his audience for money. There was a beautiful mushroom as a prostitute.
Pikachu appeared and told Senpai that they respect him.
Who's Senpai? Is Senpai the mushroom? This is the best story I've ever heard. So far, this idea is turning out to be less brilliant than it was in my head.
Doug too much.
Okay, and so then what adventure did the cat and the knight go on?
And then Doug died on level 49, so the cat got $14 US.
Doug is not in the story yet. You haven't even introduced Doug into the story. There's gotta be some way through that, right?
Witch that died of ligma. Suddenly there were guns.
We're in like a fantasy world. The IRS and guns are not there.
Ah, Bilbo, said Gandalf. I see you met my divorce lawyers. I demand child support.
They were married? Which one of them bore the children?
They sang a song about Gandalf the cat likes to lick graham crackers.
Okay, we can roll with this. Wait, so Gandalf was a cat and he married Bilbo and owes child support? I'm enthralled by this story. I just needed something to distract me while playing, so I didn't freak out.
The evil Adolf Sauron was going after world domination.
Okay. Wait, sorry, I missed that. Did you say Hitler? Or am I imagining that?
The cat and his best friend Moth went to Parksa to cure his baggy eyes.
You guys need to build on, there's like 3 or 4 different, this is like Game of Thrones. You gotta, let's pick a couple characters and develop them. You're jumping around the storylines too much. This is for the prediction, right?
To make some cookies for the knight and Gandalf.
I thought the cat is Gandalf.
And then they were called by the fantasy IRS.
Okay, good save. As long as it's fantasy IRF.
Jake wanted nothing but to divorce. And they formed the perfect team to battle the IRS.
They're fighting the IRS?
And then the nuke dropped.
This is a fantasy world.
But the IRS just wanted to warn the crew about Gandalf's poison cookies.
Okay, now we're getting into it.
The knight was actually an ogre, so with the help of the cat and his donkey, they went to find a potion to make him human for his one true love, the princess. The cat met Jake and made a deal with him.
No! I should have, I'm dumb, I could have known!
The cat who doubted won loads of money caused DougDoug sucks at Mario, and they all went to Las Vegas and got drunk.
Fantasy Las Vegas. Should we restart with new genre? How about Cyberpunk? Do not restart.
But then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
People keep trying to make Adolf Sauron a character. Yeah, okay, no, we're pivoting to Cyberpunk. Okay, here's how we pivot. I have an idea. We're gonna pivot while still keeping the main story.
She was the most woman in the kingdom. Jake loved her.
I was the most woman. Let's do an Assassin's Creed, okay? Somebody needs to pivot the story.
Seeing this election, the cat proceeded to leave the story completely. Say bye to Mr. Cat.
Okay, the cat left. Now we need to Assassin's Creed this, and suddenly people wake up and this was all a dream inside of a science facility. It was all a hallucinogen.
Once upon a time, Gandalf and a cat that doubted. A knight was there too. There was also a man with too much time on his hands and then extorted their audience for money. A prostitute was there and the man's wife left him, then multiple cats attacked.
When did multiple cats attack?
After the divorce, Jake gained a new brother named Josh.
Josh!
Then Jake got arrested for tax fraud. And then the divorced mushroom had to bury his puppy and bought a cat with autism.
Okay, and this is all still part of the dream sequence that is happening within a Cyberpunk story. Somebody pivot this to Cyberpunk Wasteland.
And then they all woke up.
Okay, good, thank you. Now the story can begin. Ready, go.
Then, dermatochalasis is a medical condition, defined as an excess of. Then the dog and Jake ate the prostitute mushroom.
But I thought they had just woken up.
Then the cat divorced from Jake and remarried to Gandalf. The IRS told Jake from State Farm and the tentacle from high school they had to capture an evil warlord called Doug the Craig G. Leggies in order to avoid tax season.
Okay, puzzle solving short and sweet. Here we go. I did not see this.
Jake needed more money to get to Tahiti.
I'm too distracted by the story now.
And then Jake from State Farm changed his name to Jake from State Arms and joined Gandalf on his quest to find affordable horse insurance.
Okay, at least we're still within the fantasy genre. I'll take it.
Suddenly, a mustachioed fart baron named DougDoug rode up on the giant US dollar and extorted all the previously mentioned characters. Gandalf ate more lasagna, but then Master Chief showed up in order to purchase insurance from a sexy man with too much time on his hands. Then Jake turned to Gandalf and kissed him passionately.
Whoa, where?
But did Gandalf know? Jake was having an affair with the hentai tentacle monster. However, Gandalf found out when the cat told him. Soon a divorce was filed.
Hey, I need a recap of the relationships that are going on because somebody in chat summarized exactly who is in a relationship with who.
Court
of the existing
decided that
characters.
Frodo was to go to Gandalf since Bilbo was kinda crazy since he found some weird drink.
Oh, okay, got it.
And Gandalf was counseling the wisdom of a young 30-something who lost 550,000 real United States official dollars only to gain over 2 million when his 200k bet spurred the young brother of the glorious Dave Red into victory 5 consecutive times. Graham Crackers let Gandalf see into other dimensions. It is revealed the cat works to the IRS and starts to crack down on Doug's illegal gambling operation.
No, it's legal.
Gandalf had a heart attack and was rushed to the hospital.
Okay, that sounds dramatic.
The knight decided to eat the cat, but Gandalf stopped him saying no.
Good job, Gandalf.
One does not simply allow Twitch chat to create a fantasy story without huge plot twists. Then Gandalf went to free Mount Moria from the dragon smoke to claim his child support from Bilbo Mushroom.
Bilbo Mushroom.
Dalbadoth the Destroyer arised from the Earth's core, looking for a pet cat. Then Senpai took off his skin and gave it to the cat.
Oh, it's this one, because of the note block.
Senpai is here as a strong supporting character. Then there was time travel, so everything makes sense.
This one has a coin.
Gandalf rolled a natural 20 against the Fantasy IRS. Fantasy IRS burns down your home if you don't give them stuff, and so they did.
This story is so hard to follow. Alright, start wrapping up this story. We're gonna start over.
Lick is Graham Cracker. The end.
Okay, see? Perfect. We wrapped up the story.